And finally, while the holiday is a welcome break for some, for so many others, it's a bleak reminder of their desperate financial situation. New data reveals that at least 40 million workers in Europe are too poor to afford a holiday, either in their own country or abroad. So what are the implications of this trend of all work and no play? Our final report finds out.
In Europe, the dream of a holiday has turned into a distant hope for millions. Once seen as a vital antidote to stress, a week away has become a luxury that many cannot afford. This stark reality exposes a deep socio-economic divide. Holiday poverty, or the inability to afford a week's break, now affects nearly 40 million people. That's 15% of Europe's working population. France saw the most significant rise in holiday poverty, with around 1 million workers unable to go on vacation. That's almost 12% of the country's workforce. Ireland experienced the highest percentage point increase at 3.8%, taking their tally to almost 15%. 13 countries reported worsening conditions, with Romania, Cyprus and Greece being the hardest hit, with almost 25% of their workers unable to afford vacations. This crisis is not new. Since the 2008 financial crisis, the number of Europeans unable to afford a week's holiday has surged. At its peak, about 39% of Europeans faced this struggle. The ETUC study examined income and living standards for EU residents aged 18 to 64 during 2021 and 2022, a period marked by high inflation and rising global living costs. Workers found it harder to save for holidays as housing, food and transportation prices soared. Low-wage workers in particular struggled to cover basic necessities, leaving little room for leisure travel. Workplace stress is prevalent in Europe, with about half of European workers citing it as a common issue. The ability of working-class families to afford holidays was one of Europe's great social advances in the 20th century, contributing to health, well-being, and a sense of progress and optimism. Yet the figures tell a story of regression driven by increased economic inequality. While wealthy CEOs relax in luxury resorts, a single week's holiday remains out of reach for 40 million hardworking people struggling to make ends meet. The ETUC has urged member states to implement the Minimum Wage Directive by November 2024 to address this widening gap. According to a new Eurofound report, concrete actions to promote collective bargaining remain limited. Nonetheless, the need for equitable policies is clear. A holiday is more than just a break. It's a crucial element of a balanced life, contributing to overall well-being and social cohesion. As Europe grapples with economic challenges, ensuring that all workers can afford a holiday is a step towards a more inclusive and fair society.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,